like Flash was taking down SKT was huge. Team WE doing that as well before we go into playoffs next week. I think it has a lot of potential.
Well, let's see what happens to pick some bands. Carmen Lulu still up and available. Let's see, LeBlanc Ivern taken away from SK Telecom. Kled is another one that 957 has received numerous bans all tournament long. Peanut will not be allowed to play his Peanut Lee Sin. That's been taken away by LPL's Team WE.
I think you can save the Kled bans for second phase. I don't think you necessarily have to ban it early. It's rare it's picked in the first phase.
Yeah, I do like the Karma ban because it's super highly prioritized for the flexibility with WE. That being said, they have a lot of very flexible champions. Like early Fizz picks have come through, early Gragas picks as well. So I'm wondering what the first pick here from SKT. One of the biggest things about this team is that SKT does not need a specific champion or any specific champions to actually win the game.
Well, Graves is available right now as the top priority jungler. That is locked in for Peanut, the man with the most kills in the entire tournament. He wants some more.
Okay, I'll take you.
Was that really that bad of a statement?
I was just expecting more. It just kind of ended a bit short.
Oh, that's how you make a statement like that.
Peanut was gifted a whole.
Oh, by the way, he does it by shooting people in the face. So there you go, guys.
By the Gigabyte Marines, and of course, Team WE on their first rotation. They reply with a jungler of their own in Elise. And of course, they've locked in that Ashe for Mystic.
I'm super excited for some early Xie plus Condi action. This has been one of my favorite parts about watching this team. Is the way that they can try and work together for Condi to add some extra threat to his early routes.
Now we should see Zero get his Bromir against the Tahm Kench before we go into the ban phase. That means SKT could actually pick a mid laner like Syndra here and then try and ban out us other mid laners. And kind of trade that. Orianna is another one. Like you want to kind of force Team WE to have to decide between getting the #1 support for them or maybe losing something in a potential mid lane matchup. Seems to be the very safe choice of just Ezreal coming in. Still expecting Braum to come in here for Team WE.
It'll be a very big pickup. Melee versus melee support, something that we're seeing quite a lot once the Karma Lulu trio has been banned away.
I'm starting to get excited for the SKT composition here because they have extra mobility with the Tahm Kench. Ezreal cross-map wave clear possibilities are even more dangerous in the hands of this team where they're constantly pressuring you on every minion wave advantage that they get. Plus, we are treated to Bangs Ezreal, one of the very best.
So Zero, the man who actually plays Braum a lot, did not want to go Braum because he wants to win the lane. Obviously tells us it's not a champion pool thing here. That's not why Zero is being subbed in. I think it's just to give him some experience on this stage specifically so that you're ready to use him in a semifinal.
And clearly, if they're going for Zyra Ashe, they're looking to kill this Tahm Kench in lane phase.
Oh yeah.
This is a lot of potential for harassment, and it's actually going to really test Wolf and, as well as Bang. So they'll definitely be playing more defensive, trying to see us from safety.
And we know SKT won't look to like swap out of the lane after like 5 minutes or anything. They will stay in that lane and keep playing 2v2. So Condi should pay some or spend some time in the bottom lane as well.
The detriment sometimes on the side of SKT. Fizz and Kled banned away in phase 2.
Or the bottom quadrant of the jungle. Talk about drafting phases where the early jungle route does start. And if you have a super strong bottom lane with guaranteed pressure like this.
Ooh, yes! It's gonna be Lucian mid.
Yes! Yes!
We finally get it!
Yes! Okay. Talk to me a little bit about Lucian mid, because we touched on it in day 1 and maybe a little bit on day 2. We know it's happening in scrims and solo queue, but this is the first time we're gonna see it in Rio at MSI.
So basically, extremely safe laning phase. You can lane against absolutely everything. Very strong on 1 item, Blade, 2 items, often Black Cleaver. So you're going to use that to really try and fight early and mid game.
Also, it does balance your damage composition, so we're expecting a top lane AP maybe here from 957. And the other thing that you can hand off early red buffs to the Lucian, that's what really, makes it super scary in the mid lane. I'm very curious to see if we'll actually see that. Because in scrims, like you're talking about, when I have seen that, it's been with Ivern, where you get the double use of the red buffs.
Now, obviously, Lucian as well does really well with levels, a bit like Corki in the mid lane, another AD carry we saw, and Ezreal in the past. Like, give them early, like level 7, level 9, get a few more ranks in the queue, and then suddenly your damage actually spikes quite a lot.
All right, we're not seeing an AP top laner. Rumble was up and available, not locked in. Instead, it's going to be Shen, so purely really AD damage Elise falls off pretty quickly, actually, in their magic, but it does work early and mid.
Yeah, no, you can build AP on Zyra. Like, Zyra is very often is dealing the most damage, you know, for 25-30 minutes of the game as a support. So I think there's enough AP damage on Team WE.
Yeah, exactly. Elise will keep you honest in the early game. Zyra will scale like a fairly normal mage, even coming from the support, even though it takes a lot longer. And Shen does have the mixed damage, so we'll really see if they're able to work around this mid lane.
And it's all early mid game right now for Team WE. Like, the scaling on SKT is fantastic. There is very little WE can do late game against this comp with a massive tank, you know, two AD carries basically, Graves and Israel, and of course Orianna mid, and then Tahm Kench to save the day as a support. This is full-on early game from the Chinese team.
And SKT, they've crafted this composition in a defensive mindset here. You know, they don't have someone who's charging forward to get those Galio heroic entrances on the back line. These are defensive uses that we are going to see them kiting back.
As the coach is shaking hands, walking off stage, Koma, gigantic smiles on his face, looking at this Lucian mid into Faker's Orianna.
Other thing I'm going to be looking for is the Tahm Kench entrance with Galio to see if Huni can pop up inside the enemy team in a less heroic entrance, but still very effective.
Now it's going to have multiple options to enter the fight. From above or from below, the help of Tahm Kench. SK Telecom, the #1 seed from groups, taking on Team WE, the #2 seed in groups, and mid lane Lucian has been locked in. There was whispers on the horizon. And it's Team WE with a substitution from Ben for 0, and now Shia playing it.
Ooh, and poor Faker, feeling like he needs to run Cleanse against Elise and Shen here. That is a summoner spell that would not help him against Lucian.
Yeah, and of course the Ashe, as we've always talked about with the
And the Ashe, true.
you know.
And Zyra Roots, and that's basically it.
All the CC that can come down. As we take a look at this early lane setup. So early to mid game has been talked about a lot. Condi and his pathing. Does he have a preferred lane that he wants to go into? I mean, maybe the Ashe Zyra, I would assume.
So if you look
not, I don't know.
Exactly. So if you look at the solo lanes here, Galio can CS from afar. You know, Orianna can play safely early on as well. The biggest thing that we were talking about was pushing in the bottom lane. You can use that to invade jungle, and Condi could just attack jungle. He doesn't have to attack lanes as Elise.
It's a nice setup for one though. Like, top lane. Early on, Galio can be killed. Shenton to set that up.
Let me tell you, every champion can be killed.
That is not true. You cannot kill Faker's Cleanse Orianna as an Elise. It is
I shall check back in with you later.
That is impossible when it comes to early ganks. But you can, of course, have Lucian kill Orianna.
Okay, you'll let that one slide.
Without Elise. Without Elise. There.
Without Elise. In the solo scenario, Bang landing a couple of Mystic shots, a tongue lashing as well.
Look at that early laning.
They're already at a disadvantage from that ranged poke and skill shots. I mean, Mystic and Zero literally eating every skill shot.
Yeah, Wolf is actually doing a pretty good job of getting brush control right now as well.
10 out of 10, man. 10 out of 10 in everything when it comes to supporting. Wolf has been the most confident player at this tournament. When you win everything, you're allowed to be confident as well.
Exactly. Every player on SKT is confident. He's been very outspoken about it, though, as well. Really looking to make a name for himself.
Yeah, it was so almost heartbreaking to hear him talk about the rest of the SKT team. You know, when you've got Huni, Peanut, Faker, Bang, and no one ever has time to talk about me. So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to see how Tahm Kench performs. Peanut with an early invade steals away this blue buff. There's no reply from Condi because he's in his own jungle instead of trying to answer, and Shia trading pretty heavily here with Faker in the mid lane.
That was a very cheeky little invade from Peanut, but it was possible because Wolf and Bang were actually pushing from level 1 very aggressively, trading potions early on for an invade for Peanut.
Exactly. The lane that we thought was, you know, drafted and it was going to be harassing early on and pushing for WE was not there. That was one of the crucial things we were kind of counting on. And to be fair, stealing away, you know, blue buff from Elise, wow.
He's
All right,
trying.
let's take a look at
I'm telling you guys, it is impossible.
Impossible is the call from Deficio. Cleanse has been used. Flash already.
Impossible.
Sidesteps the cocoon. The volatile spider comes in. Lucian gets first blood. Condi's looking for Peanut. It's a double kill to mid lane Lucian.
I mean, Faker using
My
Faker
man!
and everything, then he dies. As I said, Lucian will get the kills, as predicted.
You know what? I'm clapping.
European prophet over here.
That's it. That's it. Crumbs, you have been fired. from the title of Prophet. Deficio has reclaimed it because it's impossible for Elise to kill Faker's Orianna.
Which is why Lucian picks up the kills as predicted.
Deficio, tell me what happens in this replay. Analyze this for me.
Well, Lucian last hit him, and then Peanut went in, and he also died.
Right,
Double
Shia,
kill Lucian.
Double kill, mid Lucian, and blue buff into what is a favorable laning matchup.
Oh, he's going off. He's going off. Now there's no summoners on Faker, no summoners on Peanut.
Exactly. Flashes down here on very exploitable areas. Let's look at the vision on both sides right now here for WE as well. They're looking to take advantage. Condi first going to stop off and pick up his Gromp, but I would definitely look for him to stay offensive.
Oh. Yeah, gonna jump in forward. Faker using that command protect to try and block at least a couple of those autos, but any of the poke damage that Shia takes either from Faker or the tower will be healed up by that Vamp Scepter, and he's just gonna ice skate around thanks to that blue buff and the Ardent Blaze.
Super snowbally picks here. Elise should be able to continue with invades as we expected. Ward is down, and Chie backs him up to protect the Raptor.
Yeah, back up indeed. Condi, we knew he was going to come mid lane. Definitely some opportunities here. Ooh. A little wide, another dash forward. Light Slinger just keep being used over and over and over. And Shia, he's definitely playing very forward and definitely playing into SKT.
I mean, why not? No one can actually touch him right now. Keep on trading. We're going to see Lucian banned in playoffs every game.
I mean, this is the dream setup for a mid Lucian, though, to be fair. 2 kills pre-4 minutes, maybe, into the game. Bottom lane, by the way, has started to push back in the direction that we did expect. And Ashe and Zyra moving in, so that means red quadrant is completely WE territory.
And Team WE almost got Stand United on 957. Peanut uses out the end of the line, got a control ward in this little bush, so knows he's not under any vision pressure, but Condi's not done. He's setting up, waiting.
Yeah, the problem is there's nothing to lure Peanut in that way. Not only did he see Elise, but there's nothing there for money. Whoa, look at
Oh, the killing! The sideways! Shia takes a tower shot!
Impossible!
Oh my god, he played that so well. Early level 6. Faker down again.
Look at Faker's face on the player cams. He is stunned. Shia with the fadeaway culling.
Style points. Let's see.
Just straight culling, point blank, under the turret, cuts it off early to get the double shot. Life steals off of minions on the way out.
Now, do you solo kill Faker and win the game? At the same time, it's a 2,000 gold lead here for Team WE.
They have the comp to do it, because they can just keep playing aggressive. They have engage as well from Ashe Arrow. Cocoon from Condi, who can just invade over and over. Peanut is down in levels, Faker's down in levels.
Exactly, Peanut was trying to scavenge some camps because all of his jungle has already been cleared out. Uh-oh!
Volley catches onto Bang, he's forced to flash and heal. Now Wolf is the target.
Okay.
He also flashes. All right, Zero used his flash and ignite for that.
See how close they are to level 6. Shen, Stand United is available, so you're not out of the woods yet. Tom Kench would be the target as well.
957's just, he's thinking about a recall, is looking on the minimap and decides against it. So advantages for Team WE in every single lane.
Look at this experience bar, almost level 6 here for Mystic.
Problem is, if he doesn't hit Wolf, then he will just devour Bang. Luckily, Wolf is pretty easy to hit right now, though, but he's actually walking away. Also, because GA was showing leaving the mid lane.
Insane control of the bottom side of the map here for WE. Mid lane, huge win. Bottom lane pushing in now. Shen is available. They should be able to take all Drakes as well as pose the threat of taking first turret.
All right, nearly 2 waves ahead in the top lane for 957. 15 CS in the mid.
Just for farm.
She had collateral damage just for those Raptors and 20 CS for Mystic. So the early game composition of Team WE is fully enabled. Now we need to see them play. You know, they need to suffocate SKT on the map, make the towers and push them back.
And let me just re-emphasize how confident WE are in the bottom side. They leave the turret up. They don't go for first turret gold. They want to continue to control this whole side of the map and get more kills, get the Drake, and actually draw SKT out.
Well, they should go down and get it now, and then push on that lane and use it to actually take the Drake and then also pressure mid, because Faker shouldn't be able to sit and farm if his bot lane is just getting pushed to the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, they should be able to take it, at their leisure. There's no really turret of their own that's under threat of going down, but time is definitely of the essence. SKT will scale.
Yeah, that SKT needs to survive a long time. No flashes on the bottom lane. Stand United available and Asher are available. Zero's also getting closer to those Stranglethorns. If you look at the minimap, oh, it might be a party in the bottom lane. Bang and Wolf, they're pushing up, but there is support from Peanuts. Oh, Zero. No, not going to be able to go aggressive if you're dead. Wolf is going to gobble up Mystic. Bang gets a kill into Zero. It's now a 3-on-2. Mystic's running for his life. He's already flashed and healed. And Wolf sticks the lick. Here comes Condi. Cocoon on the back end. That tags Bang. Stand United also did not complete.
Yeah, it was interrupted there by Huni, and WE punished for their hubris. They didn't take down the first turret earlier. I wonder if they'll actually lose out on it.
Well, even then, just the fact they're actually losing that trade. She is trying mid.
All right, Faker's going to dodge most of the culling. I'm hearing damage pings. Condi's down. Peanut.
What?
Crushed Condi. Abyssal Voyage is now going to deliver Wolf into Mystic's, Shia's hands.
So much for that goal lead they had before of like 3,000 almost. Now it's only 1,000 after losing 3 guys.
That was definitely a large blunder from Team WE. They still have the first turret gold prepped, so they'll probably be able to cash in on that. A lot of deep wards for themselves in the red quadrant, but man, this does start to throw more questions in your mind.
Peanut caught out, stood on top of a ward. Zero takes him down, reclaims red buff, and lost coast to safety.
All right, so now it should be that bot lane tower going down, enabling the bot lane. They're still ahead. They just gave away a lot of gold right now.
Spread over a ward. I guess he was maybe trying to come to Shia.
Yeah.
Whoops. Peanut managing to get the kill in the end. All right, Team WE, they still maintain control, but they just got schooled in the bottom lane. Zero and Mystic run down by Peanut. But look at this tower. They might be able to secure tower first place.
Yeah, the only thing now, top lane, 957 used his teleport to get back to lane much earlier, and he was going to rely on the Shen Stand United, but Huni not only didn't use his teleport to get back to lane, he also interrupted the Stand United, so technically they have teleport advantage.
Can SKT use it though?
They're probably just using it to farm, and not necessarily to like force a massive play. Unless they can get another 2v2 fight bot lane, they're winning.
What you can do is use your Galio ultimate to get somewhere else on the map, and then use a teleport to get back to lane as well for that farm.
Looking at Huni, he was actually moving down the river rather. Mystic's got that enchanted crystal arrow. The tower very close to death. It would only take a few autos, but there's no minions. Bang and Wolf doing a good job of clearing the minions out before setting up for a fight.
And this is why it's so dangerous to leave up an objective like that has so much importance. SKT can try and use this as bait now to draw in some more kills. Xie will walk over some wards as he heads down bottom, but even if you see him coming, maybe they pressure.
Well, Condi's topside, so Xie can't actually do anything here against the TP as well.
Yeah, small cooldown left on both the teleport and the Stand United.
Xie doesn't have access to that ultimate, but he's going to combo up the dual lane. Backed away now, actually, in fact, to try to defend. The tower's just so close to dying.
So I wanted to talk about Bang's build here, because he's actually skipping tier early on. He will get it later, but he's doing this because the lane phase is very hard against this Ashe and Zyra. So he rushes Blade as fast as possible, doesn't sacrifice anything in terms of gold. And what it basically means is his actual mid-game spike of like 2-3 items is going to be delayed quite a bit, because tier, of course, will not start stacking early on. But it does give him way more power right now in this laning phase.
Exactly, and so does the version where they rush the Trinity Force first and then build in the Blade of the Rune King. But this one, you get that extra sustain as well. There goes the first turret bonus, though.
Yeah, Mystic able to get that tag. Minions knock it over, but Team WE, they get the first tower. That's going to at least unlock Mystic and Zero if they opt to move them either top or middle. What do you do with lane assignments? We have 2 AD carries now. Usually you just plant your only one in the mid lane.
Well, Lucian is the kind of AD carry you want to put side lane. He's super strong 1v1 because obviously he's getting a lot of levels. Blade of the King already completed for him. So you want to see him as a split pusher later. But if they want to keep the pressure of Ashe and Zyra, they can just send them to top side and actually push in that tower. But it is hard against Galio's wave clear, Vegas wave clear mid. So right now they need to figure out, do we put Xie on side lane already and try and play like, you know, this pressure game where he can actually try and kill someone 1v1, or do we just use the push of Ashe Syra?
Yeah, and once again, they have used the teleport back to the top lane for farm, and will just be relying on that Stand United. Peanut again with another invade on the blue, though.
Ashe goes down, and Mystic anticipating a different direction. Faker flashes forward. Shockwave catches two. Wolf is caught up by the cocoon, and the collateral damage flies across Team WE.
And you deserve that one. You missed the arrow so clearly right there. Well, then now you need to use your flash. You just lost your jungler as well. Bot lane tower is dying, and this early game comp.
Shia's going in. He's going in. This is going to be another solo kill. Shia takes down Faker.
So he saw 3 guys bot lane and knew, okay, there's no jungle now. I can finally actually go for the kill, and Shen ulti was available in case he needed it.
Still, SKT are mounting a very big comeback here. Gonna get an objective for themselves. Wolf tries to defend this turret, but Shia is not giving up.
He's not. She is taking some damage. Wolf is hungry. Throws down the exhaust. Okay, Stand United. Prey health is going to be popped. Here comes 957. Shadow Dash Taunt connects. 5-0. Unstoppable for Shia. Heroic entrance for Huni. That's going to catch 957 as Peanut takes down 0. Now Condi's joined the fight. Bang's waiting in the wings. Shia, end of the line, doesn't quite catch him. Got that red buff, but needs to run away. Bang, with Blade of the Rune King completed, is doing a lot of damage to WE.
Love all the fights here in the mid lane. Wolf tried to, stop the tower clock down, and was probably expecting Huni to ulti on him. Not sure if Huni was in position to do it early, and Wolf ended up just dying as soon as he saw the Shen ulti.
Did not manage to make it stick, and what was a 2 or 3,000 gold lead is now less than 1,000.
Yeah, Huni hasn't actually moved yet from top side. And he's going to use it later on Peanut. Now that he's walked down the river a bit, using it right there. Not ready for Wolf though. Yeah, no one using it on the support.
And 957 also learned his lesson from the last time of the interrupt. He went to the river first, so Huni couldn't interrupt his Stand United first, and he was able to arrive. But look at the gold. SKT plow right back into this one, and in the face of such a big early gold lead that WE got.
The problem is, you've angered the unkillable Demon King by killing him twice. Let's see what Faker can do. He doesn't have
It's pretty weak as
yet.
angry though.
Let me rephrase that. She has solo killed him twice. She isn't going to get a full culling to clear out the wave. He's got Blade of the Rune King almost towards that Black Weaver as well. And up in the top lane, 5-7 is going to pick a fight with Huni. Strangleforce holds him in place. 3-on-1. Huni nice body block. Flash for flash, a heroic punch seals the deal.
That was actually not even needed because the rest of the team were coming from mid lane and would have killed him. But doesn't matter, it looked really good. It looked damn good.
And all the outer turrets now down for SKT. Team WE moving in, Vision starting to creep over. Peanut takes the opportunity to counter with a Drake, but it's just another Cloud Drake.
The Lucian mid. He's been able to snowball early. You said it, Trevor, 5 kills. Towards his second item right now. You can put him anywhere on the map and he will be the strongest member on Summoner's Rift. So keep playing aggressive your GA, keep calling for those Shen ultis. Don't want to see them used on anyone else but the Lucian right now.
So we're going to assume Shea will get this Herald buff. And we can already take a glimpse. 957's down on the bottom lane. Going to shove that one out. Actually, 2 control wars in the bottom lane still. Keep an eyes on how WE decides to start pushing their Vision forward. Because they've once again regained control of this game. 3,000 gold up. And SKT looking to bounce back.
Exactly. All right, let's take another look at the top lane. And 3v1 here from Team WE landing arrow. Here's the flash that you're talking about.
And look down here, Lucian and Elise showing up.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, we had him.
957's a flashy player.
He plays off of his instincts there. Not going to let this guy get away. Honestly, though, something else to keep track of is that on this Graves, Peanut has kept up his hard work here. You know, another drawback of the stall out that Team WE had on the bottom side, Graves just power farms away and away versus an Elise. He's always going to catch back up, and he's actually pulled decently far ahead of his counterpart.
And gold-wise, Peanut sitting around 600 or 700 gold ahead of Condi, Huni, and 957 trading a lot. Spirit Visage on each side. But 957's got that Tiamat. Shadow Dash to get away. Oh! Durant comes back off cooldown. Abyssal Voyage is going to deliver Wolf to the bottom lane. 957 still trying to run for his life. Shadow dashes over the wall, but look at the minimap. W up top.
They're completely over-chasing this one. 957 getting away, and now this tower's going to take some more damage. GA level 13 on this Lucian. Faker level 11. Just got 12. Doesn't matter, statement was made.
It was true when you said it.
Exactly. And how often can you say that Faker is down 2 levels? Not very often.
Well, you just did. So Team WE maintain this lead. They're playing the map relatively well. It feels very fast-paced. You know, there's always something happening. Someone...
It's almost like a comp wants to play fast.
Trading. Right, what is the time limit on this team composition? When does Team WE start to panic? You know, because we are at 20 minutes now.
When Xie gets killed and the large gold bounty goes over to SKT, I think that will be a moment where you start to worry.
Yeah, at this point you got plenty of time if you're WE, because you have the advantage in terms of items, and that's what you're going to keep pushing forward. SKT should not catch up unless they actually start winning some of these big fights they're not supposed to win. Or, of course, again, we go to that like 45 minutes and they start even out the items. You simply can't get more items.
All right, so time limit on itemization then for SKT. And the analyst desk actually sets up a great storyline for Team WE that they have avenged each of their previous losses, with the exception now of SKT. Lost to the Marines yesterday, or day before yesterday, and took them down earlier. Now I need to see how WE do. Can they close out this game with the substitution? 0 in for Ben. Zyra has been pretty good, but the story's not been about him. It's been about this mid lane.
Now, the good thing about hitting the 20-minute mark is Baron is alive, which is just another objective WE can use to try and kind of make force a fight. Problem is, no one can actually tank it. Other than like Shen once he gets a bit of armor, but he doesn't have it right now. And he's also sitting at the other side of the map. So it is actually extremely difficult for the next 5-6 minutes to start Baron unless you get kills first. That might be what they're looking for now.
All right, Mystic has dodged a fair amount of skill shots, actually. Unfortunately, takes a lot of those Mystic shots. Here comes Shia, 957. Still in the bottom lane. There's no stand united for a few seconds longer. Shia's going to dash over the wall with that relentless pursuit. The control ward is taken down, but WE holds.
Also, the top laners are entangled down in the bottom here. When they spread apart on the minimap, then you'll know that they're about to try and enter. Huni actually backs off after a good trade from 957.
Oh,
and there they go!
Calling onto Bang! Bang is gone by the enchanted Crystal Arrow. Wolf is going to devour Faker. Where is the shockwave? Thrown down. 1-2 members of WE are forced. They manage to take down Wolf as well. WE takes the kills down. Double kill for Shia. 7-0-1. Looking for 4.
Baron!
Down.
Now you got your kills, man. You can go Baron, you can take it down. SKT, they landed so many skill shots on Mystic, they felt comfortable staying. But then Wolf as well didn't use Devour to actually save Bang, who took the entire calling to his face.
Exactly. We just got finished talking about how WE want more fights right now out in the open. They get just that from SKT, who are pushing up at the outer turret, and a huge reward here. Baron is going to go help out Xie take that last turret, and man, WE are pushing this one ahead.
Take a look at the replay.
So look at this here. Bang right now, as soon as he sees the ultis from Lucian, because he's actually charging up his own ulti, he takes so many hits first. Wolf does not devour him, and then he just dies to the arrow.
Exactly. No respect for a level 14 mid-lane Lucian there. Absolutely annihilates the backline.
Fantastic play from Team WE as we come out of this replay. Faker, the man, the myth, the legend, is down 3 levels to Xia. The replay ends. He just dings 13, but it was true.
Statement was made. It's fine. You said it when he was still 12.
Oh, Team WE, what a actually intriguing way to end the group stage. Xia is mid-Lucian, sending a pretty big message now. Of course, WE will play G2 in the semi-finals, and maybe this thing becomes important in the next week.
So yeah, I mean, people will be like, oh, why would you show it now in the game that doesn't really matter for your standings or positioning? Well, every single team we've been tracking has been playing it already in solo queue, in scrim, so it's not revealing a new pick.
No.
This execution of it, though, definitely gives a little bit of trepidation when you're going into Champ Select against these guys, right?
We have to remember again, they got the perfect start. Double kill, like what, minute 4, 5, something?
The impossible perfect start.
Guy. Funny enough, though, I'm actually pretty sure if Faker literally just saved his cleanse for the Cocoon, or flash the Cocoon, he would just walk to his tower and survive. But anyway.
He used the cleanse on the Ignite before Elise even got there.
That was, yeah, really weird. Anyway, it happened. He ended up dying, and WE got the Lucian fed. Very big, because Peanut also jumped in and actually died right after.
If Team WE can do that to SKT,
where's that Tahm Kench going?
All right, heroic entrance from Huni is available. And the target will be Wolf. The Wolf is flashed away. Ash Arrow locks him down. Hasn't been able to devour anybody. Huni gets caught by an instantaneous Cocoon. Defensive Justice punches. Here comes Shia. Now SKT on the retreat. They want to run away. A fadeaway culling in a slightly wrong angle. Shia not anticipating the retreat from SKT quite as much.
What's the timing on the CC there from WE though? Huni, when he came in and popped the taunt, he was stuck in place. Wolf the same, couldn't really devour. Zero, I think it was, he had all the stacks on, and WE just disengages.
Yeah, they do indeed. Still got Baron on. 957's relocating to the mid lane. He still has Stand United if another fight breaks out.
Yeah, one of the problems with using the combo SKT are trying to use in the way that they just did, Tahm Kench plus the Galio chaining ultimates, is that there's double stack delay now. You already get an alert when Tahm Kench is coming in that area, and then you get another delay for the Galio to come in. WE were able to get out of the zone.
All right, look at the item position for Shia. Black Cleaver, more Malmortius, Blade of the Rune King, all completed. And if they get any time alone on those towers, they will die. WE swapping between bottom and middle. And it looks like SKT will be slow on the draw.
Yep.
WE get their 5th tower.
Just 7k up with the Baron buff. Multiple lanes pushing down. Easy to go between them and actually taking a tower. GA is still bot lane. No one can challenge this man. Except for Bang. Go for Bang.
Now he's got his 2nd item completed. And immune as well as that Sheen. And Shia will take the 6th tower. No outer turrets remain for SK Telecom.
One step left here for Team WE. Infernal Drake is the next one coming up, so they will want to keep their vision in place. That should be fairly trivial for them to do, to be able to retreat back to that, but until that point, you want to cut off all avenues of farming for SKT. Your point now with this much map control is to try and starve the enemy.
All right, without Baron buff, Team WE gonna look to not break over the inhibitor turret. Push some vision forward. I don't feel like SKT is gonna make mistakes sort of blindly checking their own jungle. I don't feel like they will. So how does WE then knock over a turret? Is this multiple lane pressure? Wait for them to rotate?
Yeah, like I said, I think the game right now is to try and starve SKT and increase your lead without risking. At 26 minutes, it's a little bit early in to really make that push. So you want to keep them corralled inside their base. You push the waves up to the base, farm out the jungle, take the Infernal Drake, and then come back when you have a bit more power. But they are actually just swinging for the fences.
I think with the double-aided carries, you can get in and hit a tower at least a few times, because SKT are not running like hard engaged. You need to basically look for Faker's shockwave when you are actually trying to hit a tower. If you get a few taps on it, it does go down a little bit. Problem is, if you can't stay there, obviously HP just comes back for the tower, and then you wasted a bit of time. But there's not really much else they can do right now, because they're waiting for Baron to spawn. They're waiting for Drakes to spawn. They're waiting for Camps to spawn.
Around 2 minutes on both of those objectives. Bottom lane, 957 and Huni were trading back and forth. Huni, by the way, quietly growing in power. The culling is fired out here by Shia. Faker loses a 1/3 of his life. But yeah, Huni, Iceborne Gauntlet, Warden's Mail, Spirit Visage. Pino with a desperation collateral damage, not going to steal it this time.
Yeah, WE doing a good job, like you said, fighting them off, keeping them away from the extra gold source here, farming the jungle, keeping the vision up. Have to watch out for the pick.
Walk from Huni there, just tagging up Pondi. His passive pop. And look at the WE, a little bit split. Ash Arrow is on cooldown. Mystic, of course, tried to catch Bang just moments ago. WE not going to be able to secure the red buff. It was actually picked up by Faker.
I like the SKT are contesting in the jungle, knowing the engage is down. But again, we're just waiting for Baron and Drake. Both of them are actually pretty huge. Infernal on one side, and of course Baron on the other one. And then if you're SKT, like, you will be forced into fight without vision at all. You're gonna face check.
Talked a lot about vision. What do you think of WE's? They had 2 control wards in SKT's jungle, but those have just been cleared out. And SKT very defensive vision, but WE not really getting vision after being so deep in SKT territory.
So yeah, both the things that you just said. The regular wards are timing out. The control wards are being cleared out. That should mean that they should feel confident sending somebody like GA to go solo this Infernal Drake while they retain, you know, the necessary vision around the Baron area. As long as they don't, you know, give that away to some sort of sneak attack, should be fairly confident in going to grab the other one themselves.
Classic AD carries. Go back with the Thorns Blade, 28 minutes in. Don't sell that for control. What you keep it. You need that extra damage.
By AD carries, you mean Shia or Mystic?
I mean both. So it fits on both here, luckily enough. She is a mid laner. I'm sure would have sold his ring and got an award.
Oh, yeah.
Not as an AD carry
Not
right
as an AD
now.
carry, it's a different mindset.
To be fair, also, when you're 7-0, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Okay, if you win the game.
As long as you win the game, yes. As long as you win the game.
All right, top lane is now pushing in WE's favor so they can bring more resources down to the actual objectives, and they're circling in on SKT.
Right, Faker gets caught up by the Cocoon. Heroes entrance will come down. Now Hooney's in the middle. Shia trying to solo out back. Relentless pursuit backwards. Shut down by Faker. But it's Wolf that dies after. The shockwave only a 957. Faker trying to survive. Bang! Goes down as well. Condi takes him out. SKT, they get another double kill for Faker. He's got that red buff. Just as much for Hooney. At the Winds of War. Catch Mystic. Flash. Heal. He runs away. Now Peanut's down. Hooney's running for his life. Shut down where he stands. 2 for 4.
Should go right to the Baron. Even though they don't have a jungler, the threat of someone stealing it is so low here. Only Faker is alive, and they will take it.
Let's see how much damage they're taking from it as well.
Oh,
he's already pretty low. Faker, he's looking for it. He has Flash and Cleanse available.
But to get past Zyra is a very tall task.
See the Baron HP right now because
Faker has a ward in there, so he's confident.
I think it's good. He stops it.
They've stopped the Baron. SKT get themselves 2 kills. Shia a little over eager in that fight.
Wolf also came back there with ulti. But yeah, let's see the fight again. You're actually not allowed to do this, even though you're 7-0. He jumps in, gets exhausted. He's in the middle of the entire enemy team.
Exactly, and then he goes right into Bang's face. Bang plus Peanut, though, able to 2v1. This is where they started winning, but a
Bang the same.
Cocoon from Condi, able to 100% him along with Zero.
Oh, Bang going down with Flash available as well. I'm not sure if he expected Cocoon to hit Hooney. We're back live, though. Ulti's ready for the Galio. Another fight around an objective.
Peanut could go in for the steal and then all back out.
Not going to be able to. Ah, very good devour from Wolf over the wall. Team WE, 9,000 gold lead. They got double Infernals. It's 31 minutes in, and they are still in control. They gave up some ground to SKT.
Remember again, they get AP on both Elise and Zyra, and then AD on both Lucian and Ashe here. So Infernal with a ton of value for them. Like 4 members benefiting a lot. Shen, not so much.
And all those concerns I had about AP damage. 2 Leandri's Torments picked up. One by Condi, one by Zero Abyssal. Scepter as well for Condi. 957, the only tank in the game. Not a huge amount of armor to speak of, but I think he's going to be trying to zone away Faker maybe, or saving someone Stand United. Very important.
He's definitely going to need it against Bang. Again, Bang's now completed 3 items, and this tier is going to be stacked soon. That's what we talked about earlier, how tier will be, you know, stacking much later because he actually didn't buy it early because he wanted more for laning phase.
And then if we start to look forward again, always looking for the next step here from Team WE, trying to defend this mid lane while setting up Baron. They actually have full vision inside. They cleared it out and starting the objective.
There is SKT on the minimap. Stand United is available for 957. The Baron's going to go
He's
down.
not calling now.
Stand United comes out. It's Peanut! It's stolen! Peanut and SKT kill Condi, kill the Baron, and now Team WE are running. Zero gets tagged up by the Idol of Durant. Stranglethorns will buy some time. Mystic goes all the way forward, shuts down Bang. 957 and Shia on the back end of the red buff. They're trying to fight away SKT. Shia and Mystic still alive. Hooney's GA. No! Heroic entrance comes down.
That's the wrong side!
And that's who gets caught.
Peanut just jumped over the wall, and Hooney, of course, doesn't follow. When you activate that ulti, it goes to the location that it's targeted at when you click it.
But my goodness, have you ever seen a Baron sneak backfire that heavily? Peanut just walks up, yoink! Able to take that one as well as the extra kills. This is the huge drawback. Yeah, they're trying to sneak it and you know, only have 2 members in there, but nobody's playing defense. Peanut walks right through the entrance.
So look at Bang though now that we have to fight down the bottom as well. Second time where he ends up jumping forward. Gets arrowed by Mystic this time around, and then he just dies instantly with, once again, Flash available. We always praise his teamfighting positioning, but that's 2 times in a row now. Flashes up and he gets caught by CC and dies.
Huge smiles for Team WE. They're still in command gold-wise, but with Baron buff and Baron empowered minions, that's going to allow SKT to stall. What was it, 45 minutes? 45 minutes in items. That was what you said earlier, Deficio.
Well, basically, by 45 minutes, we should soon look at the point where everyone is about to be maxed out in items, and then the goal lead doesn't matter.
How long will that take? No. SKT still playing defense. Still trying to hold off Team WE.
Did you hear the 45?
I did.
By 45, I mean, by then, Faker is
I know.
4.5. Bang is going to be full by then.
Team WE don't want to sit around, though. They've actually got full control of the bottom side and looking to move in here with the flank as SKT don't have positioning on their mid turrets. We talked about 280 carries taking down turrets very quickly. They're fighting them off.
SKT took their second tower of the game up in the top lane, but look at Team WE. Gonna chunk down this inhibitor tower, 50%, 30%. The tower will fall as a relentless pursuit gets Sheer to safety.
With the Baron empowered recalls, Team WE still sneak through the vision into the bottom side and take down the turret with their double 80 carries, at least adding a lot there as well.
WE on the verge of making a statement, on the verge of giving SKT their second loss of the group stage. Start chipping away at this inhibitor. How long are they willing to stick around? Remember, SKT is engaged, somewhat conditional. It's not hard engaged. It's reliant on Wolf delivering someone to the back line. Really, that's about it.
Yeah,
they can try the double ultimate again with Top Kench ulting in and then Galio ulting on top of that. But again, the mobility on WE should be enough for them to get out of that zone if they go for that side.
Step away for now, though. Kind of get back to the same point where no objective is alive. They can actually take near the river and force a fight. Oh, Condi actually stopped there.
Yeah, Condi's got flash available to him. Ash Arrow insta-cleanse. As Bang is able to use that QSS, but Condi loses his summoner spell. A little bit of a cheap recall. You know, if you covered the nameplates, you'd feel like WE in a good spot to win, but just because it's SKT and they've got the scaling on their side, you start to worry between WE.
Exactly, scaling is a huge thing, and I go back to the junglers once again. Peanut has 2 levels over Condi. The gap just continues to widen with this Graves-Elise matchup, and he's grinding away.
45 seconds out of the break. Might be the last call here for WE. If they lose that fight and lose the elbow plate, then I think it's going to be almost impossible to win.
Team WE have pretty good vision around SKT's red buff. Look at that bottom quadrant. 30 seconds, a little dragon. SKT, though, they've grouped up in the river.
Yeah, but you have to remember, though, double 80 carries, and again, AP supports Zyra right there. Like, they always do pose a threat. If you have a fight where people are getting split off and caught out a little bit, even full late game, it just gets so much, it gets so hard to actually do it. Against the tanks now on this side of SKT, fake a shockwave at this point against any of the squishy members will almost one-shot them.
Yeah, there are a lot of squishy members in Team WE. 957, he just shoved in that top lane. Condi takes a lot of damage. Eats an Ash Arrow, shut down. 957 jumps onto Wolf. Shotwave catches Shia, but nobody else. It's a double kill for Mystic. Here comes Hootie. More lambs to the slaughter. Cocoon locks him down. Shadow Dash locks him down.
They might try and finish now. They just got to fight again. Peanut just dashed right in and died.
He had a huge problem with tunnel vision there. Just went in after he saw the cocoon, but arrow to the face, and he gets taken out so quickly. WE on the rampage.
All right, Inhibitor is the target first. Faker, the attacks and dissonance is really burning through. She is
going for it.
For the Nexus, it's Faker.
Oh, shit,
flashes forward, takes a Mystic shot to the face. Mystic sidesteps away from the Essence Flood. Faker trying to get away, uses the cleanse. Nexus turret number 1 is down.
They got him, they're gonna get him.
Now the Nexus turret falls. Team WE with a mid lane Lucian make a statement to defeat SKT.
So many fights where someone from SKT tried to play aggressive, instantly CC'd, instantly just gets destroyed at the start of the fight. And WE, we were just talking about the setup for Elder Drake. Thought it was going to be like this big, open, even team fight. And then Peanut dashing headfirst without any vision into 5 members of WE. He died.
Spoiler.
In case you only caught the very ending of this, yes, he did die.
WE started the day saying they wanted revenge. It was going to be a bloodbath until the end, and either WE would explode or SKT would explode. And today it was SKT that exploded.
WE have crossed every name off that list, quick shots.